Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. Yes, we're going to get that new James Gunn, The Suicide Squad movie that's coming out in August. A lot of people are excited. A lot of not people are not too excited about that, but that's another story altogether. But because of the whole success of the release of Snyder Cut movement and that we were able to get Zack Snyder's Justice League, maybe we can do it again, right? With release the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad. David Ayer has been very outspoken about the changes that has happened with his Suicide Squad. That they wanted a lighter tone, they wanted more Deadpool, they inserted a lot of jokes, they cut down a lot of Jared Leto's Joker, including that in the finale, he was supposed to be a part of that. He was teaming up with Enchantress. Katana actually had a role in the ending of the Suicide Squad as well. She turned into a bad guy just for a little bit, right? And then a lot of things like Harley Quinn and Deadshot, romance, that never happened at all. That kind of just, they were insinuated, but they never went through with it. In which case, David Ayer's Suicide Squad, they would have ended with them being together. So that didn't happen as well. And as you know, Diablo was supposed to have survived the whole thing and was actually at the end of the film staying together over June Moon. June Moon! She was supposed to have opened the movie with her going on an archaeological dig to find the mysterious force, which is Enchantress, and that never happened either. Well, actually, we got a little bit of that. But despite what Warner Media Studios CEO Ann Sarnoff saying that they are not planning to make David Ayer's Suicide Squad, fans are still fighting for that vision, and David Ayer hasn't actually let up hinting at more from his film on Instagram at all. But now, this is coming from Cinema Blend. Kevin Hickman, one of the film's editors, spoke with Cinema Blend about his illustrious career on the cutting room floor of movies, including Rogue One and the recent release Triumph. He talked with his experience on 2016's Suicide Squad, which he described as especially grueling project to be part of. Hickman offered some insight about why the movie infamously was pulled apart from David Ayer's original Suicide Squad concept with these words. It was well over 1 million feet of film that we shot for Suicide Squad, and it was such a big ensemble movie, having so many characters that you have to introduce and set up their backstory, and the end develop a camaraderie between them all. So Suicide Squad was a challenge because we had so many characters, and at some point we screened it for the studio and they wanted to take things in a different direction. Warner Brothers wanted the origin of the characters to happen much closer to the beginning and insert a level of comedy into the film. Now, a lot of that inserting the comedy into the film was because the comedic Deadpool was such a major hit, and, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice was so divisive that Warner Brothers Studios just panicked. So Kevin Hickman shared what exactly needed to be changed from an editing point of view. We ended up having to restructure how the characters were introduced. That was something that we toyed with right up until the movie was finished. In the original structure, the characters are kind of introduced in linear fashion, and the way that it ended up, we spent the first 20 minutes like, bam, here's this guy, bam, here's this person, here's their origin, here's their backstory. So we kind of shoved everything into the viewer's face right up front so that we could get the story going. Whereas in the original structure, it kind of happened in many events. So you're, 45 minutes into the movie, and now we're meeting this person and seeing their backstory. So we found a way to make the film more efficient as far as opening up and introducing all the characters. Now, we do see that in the beginning of the movie where you kind of got Harley Quinn, then you got Deadshot, and just bam, 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 music video with all this stuff. It's barely, the Trailer Park Company actually edited the movie instead of David Ayer. So that's kind of like, okay, I would really want to see, maybe slow it down a little. Maybe we can have a gradual introduction to each of these characters. Make it a little bit more meaningful. And one of the characters that was almost completely in a way, obliterated was Jared Leto's Joker. This is what Hickman had to say. Jared Leto, I thought, did a really good job of playing the Joker. I know there's a lot of opinions on the matter, but I really liked what he did. He really brought a psychotic character to life, and because of the running time and because Jared providing so much material, we were not able to use a lot of it. And for a lot of the material, we just couldn't find a purpose for it because sometimes he would just go off on such crazy, insane tangents, and it would be really hard to weave it into the film. Sometimes it just wasn't appropriate for what he was doing, but it would have been nice to have more of that Joker character a little bit more fleshed out than what came out in the movie. Although it was kind of cool to actually see Jared Leto get a chance at being Joker, the Joker that he wanted to be in the ending of Zack Snyder's Justice League. But like I said, the Snyder Cut really had, inspired a lot of calls for Snyderverse to continue along with the release the Ayer Cut, because they do see that Zack Snyder's Justice League is way different than the 2017 Justice League, so people are just kind of curious, how different is the Ayer Cut from the Suicide Squad? This is what Kevin Hickman had to say about the Suicide Squad's director's cut. I would like to see David's final version of the film. I saw what David was trying to do with the film, and I thought it was a pretty bold film. It was less comedy, it was much darker film. It was almost like a Black Hawk Down type thing. It was just very militarized, very serious. I mean, of course, there were supposed to be comedic moments with Will Smith, but it was a darker film. I like where David was going with it, and it would be really nice to see him be able to finish what he started. I don't know if that will happen now because of James Gunn's reboot, which I haven't seen yet, but from the trailer it looks like a lot of fun. It definitely feels like a different vibe than what David Ayer would have made, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what James Gunn did because I'm a big fan of his work. So yeah, and Sarnoff said that she wasn't gonna, or they didn't have plans to make Ayer Cut, but you know what? It seems like, according to Kim Masters' article on The Hollywood Reporter, she may be getting kicked out soon because of Discovery's David Zaslav coming in to, quote-unquote, clean house. Let's see if she still stays. And if she goes, the chances and probability of releasing the Ayer Cut probably went up a notch. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of entertainment news and content, please click the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on, and I'll see you next time. Bye.